Hi everyone, Jeremy here from Davinci Studio, and today I'll show you how to recreate this asset from our history pack. I'll teach you the techniques behind it and how you can do it yourself in Fusion. But if that's too complicated for you, you can just download that template for free with the link in the description below and use it directly in the edit page. This is a free sample from our history pack, so if you like those kind of assets, check out the full pack on our website that contains over 100 cohesive assets to help you edit better video faster. With that being said, let's jump right into it. Alright, so to create that background, first we need to go over to Fusion. Once in Fusion, just bring a new background in your working area and link it here to your media out. Then bring another background in your working area and a fast noise node. Then you can link that fast noise to the background and then link that background to your main composition. In your background too, switch from solid color to four corner. And then here we're gonna put the top left and the bottom right as a red color, but you can pick any color that you want. Now in fast noise, I'm gonna adjust the detail here to be at, let's say, 0.7. Then I'm gonna increase the contrast. We're gonna put the contrast at 2. And then to have the fast noise being animated, we're gonna increase the seeth rate. As you can see right now, if I played, there is nothing happening. But then if I increase the seeth rate, as you can see, now it's animated. And basically, the more you increase that, the faster the animation is gonna be. And the more you decrease it, the slower it's going to be. So for something like that, I'm not going to go too high, maybe 0.15. I think that would be good enough. Now I'm going to tick here discontinued. So that way I have more dominant of black than red in my image because it's reverting basically the pattern. So this is going to be the core of our background animation. What we're going to do next is basically displacing that in different way to create more interesting texture and movement in our background. So I'm going to go and select my merge 1, hit shift space on my keyboard, and then I'm going to search for a drip node. And I'm going to bring that in. As you can see already right now, it's creating some interesting deformation. It's basically like a water drip shape, and then you can use that to create different other shape. In our case right now, we're going to go and select exponential, and we're going to increase the amplitude all the way up, and that's creating that kind of like star shape. Then we can play around here with the frequency, and we're pretty much almost done. So just depending on how much you want that to be visible, you can just increase it all the way up or reducing it. You can just play around with the settings until you find a shape that works for you. Right now, we're pretty close from the sample that you can download in the description. The last few things that I'm gonna do is adding texture and adding a bit of glow to it. So the first thing is bringing some texture. You can source any texture from a place like Texture Lab. You can take, paper, grain, etc. It doesn't really matter. In our case, I'm just gonna use a white paper to just like giving some more texture right here. We're just gonna adjust the blending mode here to multiply, and that just gives a tiny bit of pop to the entire thing. Now it seems very dark, so I'm gonna bring everything up by using a brightness and contrast node. I'm gonna select my merge 2, hit shift space on my keyboard, and then search for brightness, bring that in, and now we're gonna increase the gain, and everything is just gonna glow up a lot more. So that makes the entire thing feel more vivid and intense, and that's exactly what we want. So here that looks really, really good already in my opinion, and we are pretty much done. Now if you want to just play around to create a different type of shape, you can just do that here with the drip. You can select, for example, circular, you can select horizontal, and then here by playing with the different parameter, it will affect the image in different way. So you can just play around and create your own version of this depending on the project that you're working in. Another tip is basically that method is a good base to then create anything. Right now we're using the drip. If you search here for vortex and bring this one right here, not the one above, and then here you have a bunch of control that you can adjust again. So we can increase or decrease the power of that vortex. We can adjust the swirl of that vortex, the size, and so that can really help you to just create different shape and look in your image. You have a bunch of those modifiers in your effect by default in Davinci Resolve, so just look through them, experiment with them, and see what you can come up with. Now again, if you want to have a pre-built-in background like this, you can download the one we made with the link in the description below. It's completely free. It's a sample from our history pack, and you'll be able to fine-tune and play exactly the same way here with the drip, where you can just switch here for vertical line, for example, play around with the deepening, play around with the amplitude, so you can just like create your own stuff directly here in the edit page. So give it a look, let me know what you think. Now, if you enjoy those kind of assets, we have a full pack with over 150 different assets just like that. You can find it on our website at visitostudio.com, or you can just go directly to the web page here by clicking on that button directly on the sample. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Speed up your workflow and create better videos using the pack available on our website, including titles, transition, and templates built only for Davinci Resolve. Get started today by downloading our free starter pack that contains over 150 elements. Link in the description below or at videoeditorstudio.com.